I do want to start the evening by introducing to you three special guests that we have here tonight. And guest is an odd word to use because they are in fact members of the GW Law family. Perhaps the best way to illustrate not the abstraction of financial aid, but the concreteness of it is to give you the opportunity that frankly is one of the best parts of my job, to meet some of the people for whom financial aid has played a critical role in their lives and has made it possible for them to really become who they are in the process of becoming.
I feel humbled to be before you this evening speaking. There's a lot of students in the crowd and also out in the GW community who have accomplished a great deal. And also, you know, any experience that I have certainly pales in comparison to the accomplishments of those who are here in the room. So hopefully, just in expressing a few brief thoughts, I can convey to you the sense of gratitude that those of us who are fortunate enough to receive your generosity feel. We've been very fortunate to do different things. There are friends that I have here who, for example, worked at refugee camps in South Africa. We go to places like Cuba and South Africa, but your generosity sends us there. We write and publish, but you're the ones who make available the journals that we get access to. We work in nonprofit, NGO, government, and the private sector, but you give us access to those places. And we also soak up knowledge while we're at the university. You bring us professors like Dean Lawrence, Dean Maggs, Dean Schooner, and the other great individuals who are here. So in the midst of difficult economic times, I know that the investment that you make in the human capital doesn't always show up on a balance sheet. But I can assure you that our gratitude is something that cannot be measured. And I can assure you, because I see early in the morning and late at night, people working hard who are the recipients of your generosity. I see and know students across the country and graduates across the world who continue to benefit from what you have done for them. And I can promise you that that level of commitment sends a signal, or I hope sends a signal to you, that while many investments these days may be uncertain, this is one in which you will continue to realize a very valuable return. So thank you so much for the chance to just say thank you.
What does Thomas Bergenthal Scholarship mean to me? Certainly it's not only money, and I'll tell you why. I come from the Balkans. It's a place that has always been referred to as the powder keg of Europe. Every 500 kilometers you have different language and to some extent different histories. Because if you take an ordinary Bulgarian, Greek, Turk, Serbian, and ask them to give you the Balkan history of a specific period of time, just tell them, give me the history, 1925, 1935. And you're going to have 4 completely different versions of that history. And because of that, I think that one of the ways that we can become more tolerant is by getting to know each other, by meeting each other, by living at the societies of the others. And I think that Thomas Bergenthal Scholarship is exactly about that, about tolerance. Because the money invested by the university in my education here is actually money invested in the connections between your society and my society. And in this interconnected world, that is crucial. I want to thank you. I want to thank for your support. I want to encourage this support because maybe not yours, maybe not mine, but through your support, I hope we're going to have like more tolerant society. Thank you.
I want to also offer my thanks for the support that you have given to GW scholarships and that you continue to give on behalf of all alumni and their parents too, or at least mine. See, I'm an identical twin, which means that my parents got hit with all of the big bills at the same exact time. In fact, if you ask my boyfriend why he hasn't proposed yet, he likes to say that he's just giving my parents a chance to recover after my sister's wedding, which was 4 years ago. Actually, my parents would never say that any of the educational bills that they have paid were a burden whatsoever. They call my sister and I their big investment. And from the time we were little, they hung a poster in our room that had a picture of Smurfette going into a door with the word president over it. And the bottom caption was, "Girls can do anything." And they always told us we could do anything. But the reality is that even with parents who could not be more loving and supporting and giving, there are some doors that are closed if you don't have the proper resources. Financial aid made it a possibility for my sister and I to go to the high school that we did together, the college that we did together, and both of us to go to law school. And no, she did not go to George Washington. She went to that other school in town that begins with George. Financial